What's going on, boys? What is going on, boys? What's going on, boys? What it do, what it be, how we doing? How we doing, boys? How are we doing? How we doing? You should do talk on the recent Seth vids Bleach versus what? Recent Seth Bleach versus what? What? Seth making Bleach content again? What song this? I got you, bro. Hold on a minute. I got you. I'll link it. I got you, bro. There you go, my man. There you go, my mans. Oh shit, people picking up food. Okay, hold on. Hold on, boys. I gotta text myself an order. I'll do the. Yeah, my dad's gonna go pick up Subway, and I was like, yo, I get to eat on stream? Kind of base. When did the stream start? Oh, we started just a couple of minutes ago, so. Yeah, let me pull this up. Oh, why is the screen so big? Oh, I know why it's like this. I'm trying to hide all my
Welcome, friends.
No, you shut up, buddy. You wait a second. You wait a second. Just give me a second, bro. Give me one second. He's already in there like, yo, wait, homie, you gotta wait, dude. All right, let me pull up my stream on my phone, bro. let me get situated over here. All right. Go ahead and cross that out over there. All right. So first and foremost, this is coming from this guy called 2 Cents Wanted. Let me check my man out. 5 Kage Death Battle, Shuhei. So Shuhei versus the 5 Kage based. Fixing the end of series kata. Hey, these thumbnails are these thumbnails kind of go hard, bro. Look at these. What if you can't just steal my videos? You can't just steal my videos. Dragon Age Inquisition Ichigo. Okay, so he's playing as like an Ichigo playthrough. What Death Battle versus got wrong? Okay. Okay, my man is just trying to have fun, okay? My man just trying to have some fun. He's doing a debunk of the Dongai versus Fullbring. So let's not be mean, okay? Like, let's be nice to our boy. All right? Let's be nice to our boy. Because I think it's bad if we can't critique each other. And my man just says he has a problem with the video, right? It's fine. It's fine, bro. Let's get in here. We'll give him a like, bro, for the attempt. All right. Let's just dive right in here. How about we?
Welcome, friends, subscribers, non-subscribers.
Bro, we're already friends. We're 2 seconds in, and we're already homies. I feel a special connection.
How y'all doing? Today's video.
I'm doing good, man. I won't be nice. Yeah, all right, true. Lucky, you can be a dickhead. Well, that's because Lucky's he's second in command, so he has to be an asshole. He just has to be. He's a you can't do that, bro. Can't say that.
Is a debunk video. It's probably be. I think this is the 3rd one on the channel so far.
What Death Battle got wrong? My response to Madara versus Aizen. True. My reaction to Naruto versus Ichigo. I mean, true. Both of those videos are pretty badly made. So, like, yeah. Yeah, this is pretty good. Bro, you can't just put Madara dying like that. Come on, bro. Oh, man, just looks like he got sucked all the cum out of him, bro. That's insane.
So far, this one is for Bleach Hubs. Fullbring Bankai Ichigo is stronger than Dongai Ichigo video, so please.
Hell yeah, he is. My man's just an absolute animal. It's called shonen power progression.
Please go check out the original. To avoid copyright issues and not stealing another person's content, I'm doing this in little snippets, so you'll hear snippets about...
I don't want to hear myself, dude. I don't want to hear myself. Come on, bro.
Anywhere from 10-15 seconds of hub, so I'm not taking them out of...
Dog, I'm not gonna copyright strike you. Like, I'm not gonna copyright strike you, dog. You're fine, man. Like, if anything, I want people to make content on me, right? Gives me stuff to talk about. It's free content. You're not too late. Nah, Yang, you're coming just in time. Damn, Hub got popular. Hey, we almost at 10K if you think about it. We're almost at 10K if you think about it.
The context, and then I will respond with what I think is a proper response. So here we go.
All right, bro. But for one, there's just like standard shonen power progression. I don't know why it surprises anybody that Fullbring Bankai Ichigo, like the next form in the next arc when Ichigo regains his powers, is going to be surpassing this new form.
Sure.
So yeah, that is the first argument I made, right? Because this happens in literally every series. Funny enough, me and Stellar were watching Kamen Rider right now, and literally like we just watched Kamen Rider X8, and at the very end, because Kamen Rider tends to at the end of each season they introduce the next rider, right? And they usually just have like the next rider kick the shit out of the last rider, right? Or they just beat someone that the other riders couldn't beat. And like my boy X8 literally just got stomped out. Like end of series X8 just gets stomped out by Bill, and I'm like, dog, what the fuck? And so it's just like I was actually having this conversation with Stellar the other day, where I was like, yeah, this just happens in every series, right? Like you wouldn't expect like Sage Mode Naruto to be stronger than KCM Naruto, or you wouldn't expect like KCM Naruto to be stronger than Six Paths Naruto, right? Just as you don't expect like Bankai Ichigo to be stronger than Masked Ichigo, right? It just doesn't make sense for like not even shonen power progression, but just power progression in any series in general. But
shonen power progression or shonen power cliffing isn't a real thing.
It blatantly is a real thing. It literally happens in every single series. Saying that it's not a real thing is just blatantly wrong. Power cliffing is a thing that happens, so you can't just be like it doesn't happen when it's literally intrinsic to the shonen genre of just anime, dude. It blatantly just is a thing, right? It's like it's like starts off at like probably most namely in Dragon Ball, and literally every series afterwards has some form of shonen power cliffing.
Simply bad writing. Power cliffing is...
You can call it bad writing if you want, but every series does it, right? I don't even think it's that bad of writing. It's literally just like, here's the newest form. If you don't scale to the newest form, then you're kind of just irrelevant right now. I mean, these are battle mangas, right? Where the entire point is that you are like getting stronger and stronger throughout the show. And as the main character, one, people aren't going to be able to keep up with you, right? That's just kind of like normal. There's very few people that like actually keep up with like the main characters. They cliff everybody. But it's just like, you can call it bad writing if you want. But it's literally just like, I don't know. I thought Goku Super Saiyan, I thought that was pretty well written. You know, it lasts the entirety of the Namek arc. It's built up for like 100-ish chapters, right? I think that's all perfectly fine. I think Super Saiyan 2 was fine. That was built up for like almost the entirety of the Android and Cell saga, right? It's like, you can call it bad writing, but a lot of these things have been very well written, right? If you don't want power cliffing, go watch something like Fate, right? Like Fate, where it's like pretty much anybody can fight anybody, right? Like theoretically, fucking Angermine, you could beat up Gilgamesh, right? Like someone who's perceived to be the weakest could beat up the person that's the strongest, right? Given the right scenario, right? But in shonen, you're just not going to get it. It's just not how the shonen genre works.
It's just one way for a writer to catch other characters up to another without having to...
Well, no, that's actually the inverse. That's actually the reverse of what power cliffing is. Power cliffing is putting one character above the entirety of the cast, not catching people up to another. It's actually the exact opposite of what you just said.
Put in the legwork of character.
All right, what is this? From what I understand, and I might be very well wrong on this, power cliffing is a consequence of power creeping, where a select group of characters in a work of fiction gain so much power throughout the story as a way to counteract the villains whose strength gets more and more ridiculous that they overshadow everybody else, and the rest of the characters become basically irrelevant in terms of power, etc. Example, Naruto and Sasuke at the end of Shippuden, but again, I might be wrong. That's what I get from hearing the term being thrown around in a video or two a few months ago. Based off my minuscule understanding and to reading this, I'm inclined to agree. Dragon Ball is often cited, but rather than with a specific people with the individual arcs of reference, and power cliff may be referring to jumps and characters involved. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's generally fine, right? Like basically like the idea of like power cliffing and power creep. Oh, okay, so these are two different things. Power creeping is like you could say like the Goku and like all the other like main people starting to creep out of the human tier characters, right? Like the human characters are slowly getting less and less relevant as the series goes on, right? Like Tien shows up, he's like one of the strongest people there, but then he gets like he's a little less relevant in the next arc, and then he's a little less relevant again, and then he's like slowly creeping out, right? It's like, oh, the Saiyan saga, okay, he kind of fights Nap a little bit, a little relevant, doesn't really do anything in the Saiyan saga, kind of holds down Cell, and then like by the Buu saga, he's like only good to deflect one blast from Buu tanks, right? It's just like that's kind of creeping. Like creeping is when it's slowly happening. Cliffing is like Super Saiyan Goku, right? Like Super Saiyan Goku is a power cliff, right? Because there is nobody that can fight Super Saiyan Goku, right? Like even like Frieza in the manga, the anime makes it look like way more like a back and forth fight. But the manga, Goku just kicks the shit out of Frieza for like a couple of chapters. Like it's not even close. He just beats the living hell out of him. Like it's really bad. That's a power cliff. Like a power cliff is like this like very massive like sudden thing where it's like holy shit, this character's way too strong, right? So that's just the difference. But yeah.
Development. An example of where power cliffing doesn't exist but should, based on shonen standards, is Naruto. I don't mean that in a derogatory sense. The Sasuke retrieval arc follows after the Konoha Crush. Naruto has learned a ton of moves since then, from the summoning jutsu to Rasengan, and to a degree controlling the No-Tail's chakra boost. But he hasn't cliffed any of the Jonin or Hokage level characters, despite all the cool things he does at the...
Well, but you could say that he's starting to creep up on a lot of the other people, though. Like, say, like some of the other people that, like, who's like a good example? Be like a good example that he's like creeping up on. Be like Rock Lee, because like Rock Lee is kind of like getting cliffed a little bit, like already with like a lot of the tail beast characters like Gaara, Naruto, Sasuke. Like he's kind of getting creeped on a little bit. Then again, Naruto did a pretty good job for most part, having everybody be fairly relative and all be like kind of rivaling each other. The people that get creeped out are people like or people like Soccer gets creeped out for a little bit, but then she comes back. Ino definitely gets creeped out. Actually, Ino Shikachou pretty much gets creeped out. Neji gets pretty heavily power crept. Rock Lee gets power crept for a while until he just kicks Madara in half. Right? We're just like, okay, dog, like, sure, you're just gonna kick Madara in half, dog. And he's like, bro, it's the seventh gate. It's the seventh gate. And I'm like, okay, dude, what the fuck? But Naruto's a pretty good example of like Kishimoto does a good job of keeping everybody like kind of relative, right? Like he kind of keeps everybody hanging in there. But then like I would say like Naruto getting Sage mode is a power cliff, right? Like because at that point he's literally fighting Pain, who just solo stomped all of Konoha by himself, right? And Naruto is like 1v1ing that guy. Even if he doesn't win, right, with just Sage mode, he's still boxing that dude in a 1v1. It's pretty insane. But early Naruto's are pretty good, right? Why stream on YouTube? Because it's Bleach Hub, bro. Bleach Hub, I try to stick to YouTube, and then what's it called? Twitch is for like the ZTL channel. That's what I try to do. Did you watch Jobbers and Goon's Yu-Gi-Oh power scaling video? No, somebody sent me. Hold on, I'll pull this up real quick. Not to get too sidetracked, but I think next stream we're gonna watch this one. Is this what you're talking about? I was sent this one, so I might look at this one. But I don't know if that's the one that you're talking about or something. But
the Valley of the End. This also applies to Hebi Sasuke when we jump to Shippuden. Hebi Sasuke still hasn't surpassed Orochimaru, and based on cliffing,
but he has cliffed the other characters. Like cliffing doesn't go just one way though. Like characters, there can be numerous power cliffs set up, right? Like you could think of them as like tiers, right? You could think of like the different power cliffs as like tiers if you want to think about it that way. But it's like while like Sasuke and Orochimaru are like fairly relative at that point because Orochimaru's sick, right? Obviously, like a healthy Orochimaru probably would beat Sasuke's ass, right? It's the whole point that Sasuke's like, I'm gonna catch Orochimaru off guard, but like he cliffs the other main cast, right? Because he literally just jumps down and just fucks everybody there. Like he teleports behind Naruto, pulls his pants down, and says, "I'm going in with no lube." And you're like, "What the fuck, dog?" Like you definitely cliffed all of them.
Absolutely should have. And what makes it worse is someone like Itachi, who was shown to be a badass at the end of Naruto Part 1, still hasn't been surpassed by characters who've been training for years. So power cliffing is bad.
Yeah, so Itachi has a cliff on everybody else. You would just say that he's cliffed everybody else in terms of power. Because even like a basic thing would be like Sasuke and Orochimaru are fairly relative, right? But then Itachi cliffs them because he literally looks at Orochimaru and just negs him.
Where power cliffing also goes out the window for Hub's argument is Yamamoto in the 1,000-Year Blood War. I think it was even third or fourth form, Aizen was far stronger and far superior to even Yamamoto at that point. Yet a weakened version of Yamamoto, and this is commented on by Yuha himself.
He had ordered no during the first fight of Aizen. You were worried about involving Ichigo Kurosaki, and even now you should. But you lost, became weak. It'd be different
Because he lost his arm. Ichigo should be scaling far higher than him, but he doesn't. Ichigo doesn't perform well against.
He actually does do pretty good against Yuha. When he gets the blute out, he actually manages to like make Yuha shooketh, which Yuha was never shook about Yamamoto at all. In fact, Yuha sent his goon to fight Yamamoto, and his goon exhausted all of Yamamoto's powers. So I don't think that's really an anti-feat for Ichigo. Even at like a base level, if you wanted to say this, like even at the base level, they both got bodied by Yuha. That is not an anti-feat for either of them, right? It just means Yuha has a massive power clip on people like Ichigo and Yamamoto that are in that tier. So it just doesn't matter. Also, my guy, I saw him in the stream earlier. If you want to use instead of Manga Panda as just like a little bit of advice if you're going to make video, Manga C is pretty good. Manga C has the entirety of Bleach colored. And then look how crispy these scans are, dude. Look how crispy these are, my dude. It's so crispy. Look at this. Look how nice it looks. It's colored. It's just, bro, this just looks nice. This just fucking looks good, okay? Ditch the Manga Panda. Go to Manga C. Go to Bleach Color. Look at it. This just fucking looks good, dog. It just looks sick. It just looks so crispy. Oh my god. So sexy, bro.
Against base Yuha at all. We know this based simply on Reiatsu. They couldn't steal Yamamoto's Bankai without
They couldn't steal Ichigo's either.
actual Yuha because they didn't have the spirit energy to do so. This, however, was different for Ichigo because of his actual innate hollow powers. This was surmised and proven by Kisuke with the temporary hollification pills that he created for the
They also weren't strong enough to steal Ichigo's Bankai either. They couldn't steal either their people.
war. Yamamoto is also really bad for the power cliffing.
Is this stream sponsored by Manga Panda? No, this stream is sponsored by chat. Which, by the way, if you want to get a specific video of some character that you want to see, feel free to donate, by the way. Because somebody donated for an Honest Volta-Gold video, and that's going to be coming out rather soon. So, you know, just letting y'all know. If you're like, hey, man, I want to see a Luffy video. Well, fuck, you donate for a One Piece video. You're going to have to donate. You're going to have to drop a stack, bro. Because I don't want to read One Piece. I don't want to read that shit. But if somebody donates for it, I guess I will do it. But I just don't want to do it, bro.
Argument because Soul Society and a Rancor arc Yamamoto is the strongest Yamamoto in the series. This is because he still has his arm. He's a bit more ruthless.
Well, actually, Kubo actually said in an interview that he doesn't think that Yamamoto really got any stronger between arcs. He just said that even by like losing his arm, he doesn't really feel like there was that much of a difference. Well, you guys can thank the boy Noons for finding that, because I can't be fucked to go read interviews. So Noons, the disciple, went ahead and he found that. And so it's pretty interesting that even if Yamamoto quote unquote lost an arm and that's supposed to make him like weaker, it seems that Kubo just thinks that he's weaker from like a combat point of view, because like, you know, obviously having one arm means you're like not as fluid, and you know you're missing a whole arm, which in Bleach you can use to cast Kitos and whatnot. So Kubo doesn't seem to think that he got like all that like stronger and or weaker though. So that's an interesting thing that Kubo thinks about his characters. Am I ever gonna do a wait? What? Kirihei literally got slapped. Read all the chapters. Will you ever make a Reinhard or a Madaka video? Somebody donated for a Madaka video, but I have been unable to find like a good rip of the manga online. And so I'm kind of waiting for him to be like, hey, I found this like good rip of Madaka Box. So technically Madaka Box is in the works, but until I can find like a good rip of it online, I'm not going to be working on it. That's why I'm working on the Anos one. Reinhard, that would be someone I have to donate for that one because I don't really want to read Dai Sairei, but I know people would like to see me do a Reinhardt video and probably cover the fucking 1A god himself. So, if somebody donates for it, yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll just start reading Dai Sairei. I already own most of the series anyway. It just would take me the time to actually just go sit down and read it. But yeah,
and we know he has the matured Bankai that he uses in Thousand Year Blood War.
Also, the idea that just Don. Okay, so I feel like power cliffing is still completely there. I just feel like he just didn't understand really what power cliffing was per se, and then he's putting a lot of weight into the fact that like, oh, but like Ichigo also got bodied by Yuha, but that just shows that Yuha's far above both of them, and not that they're not that Ichigo's not above Yamamoto. Do you think you could do a Karna versus Gilgamesh fight? Ooh, I actually did a. If you go to the channel members side, if you click the join button, winky face, there's actually a channel member video where I did a debate on Karna versus Gilgamesh, actually. But maybe I'll do a video on Karna versus Gilgamesh. Maybe I'll actually make that a video. I know I want to do like Gawain versus Yamamoto because they're both like flame knights. And even if Yamamoto like loses, it's just like cool. I just like talking about Yama. I think Yamamoto's sick. Like he's just this big beefy old man, right? Like he's fucking sick, dude. So I was like, yeah, probably will get around to that at least eventually. I thought Dai Sairei was a game, not a novel. It's a visual novel, so it's both. It is both a game and a novel at the same time. It's Manga C 123. Also, Ichigo is fatigued too when fighting Yuha. Then that's also true. But you could also say the same. To be fair, if you play Devil's Advocate, you could say the same thing about Yamamoto. Yamamoto was exhausted after fighting the Y, and Ichigo is exhausted because he just fought Kirihei and had to literally expend all of his strength fighting against Kirihei's jail, which, you know, pretty insane for Kirihei as well. But okay, what's argument number 2, boys? Kisuke versus Kaguya video? Yeah, you can donate for that one. Like, if you're gonna drop some like random versus battle like that, you can donate for that shit, because I would never do that normally. If there's ever a video that you want to guarantee see get made, you can donate for it. How about that? How about that, buddy? Go work at the Taco Bell and then donate the the $7.25 an hour. I like this old man. Oh no! Oh. Guy Ichigo isn't really anything special. Yeah, it's not. It's literally not anything special. It's literally just Ichigo with like 3 months of training. The form is blatantly not special. It's just not a special form. It looks really cool, right? It's a very cool form, but in practice, it's literally just like, oh, he got really powerful. Yes, it's a strong form, don't get me wrong, but the form itself is essentially just Ichigo with 3 months of training. Mugetsu is the special part.
I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't understand this part because he kind of.
You don't understand? What? What's there to not understand? What's there to not understand? How strong is Armstrong? God, I hope, Lucky, I hope you donate for that one. I would love to play Metal Gear Rising Revengeance and then get to make fucking Armstrong videos. Because I've seen some clips and he does look like he has abilities, dude. Like, he can actually do shit. I'm like, holy fuck. Even if he's only like country level or something, he's going to be so sick. Like, that's going to be, oh my god.
It does acknowledge later that Dangai Ichigo is a fusion of Ichigo and Zanpakuto, which clearly gives a boost because it does later in the series. And I don't know it.
So I think the thing that you're not understanding is that like Dangai Ichigo, like the form where like the hair is long and everything, like that part of the form is literally just an Ichigo that trained for 3 months with Zangetsu, right? It's literally just a form of him training for a very long period of time, right? And it's just giga powerful, which is why Aizen, when he first saw it, was like, oh, you just got stronger. Like, you just actually got raw strength, right? Is that all you got? And so like that's just kind of what that's based on. Mugetsu is the special part. Like Mugetsu is the part that's extremely important because Mugetsu is when Ichigo moves into being a higher dimensional being, right? Like that's the part that's like actually wham bam thank you ma'am. This is the big shit, you know what I'm saying? How much for the Dovahkiin video? That would be a couple hundo cuz there's a lot of fucking Elder Scrolls stuff to go through. That would be a video that I would like to do, but that would make it a couple racks, bro. He fused to his sword. Holy shit. Oh my god, it's on his arm. Oh shit. Just like, oh my god. It's like, nah, it's just like a big chatty form. Mugetsu's the important part.
I'm really confused.
Because Mugetsu is the whole fusing thing that you're talking about, that comes from like, that's all Mugetsu. Like, that's the whole thing of him like accepting and becoming one with his powers.
How he thinks that 3 months of training is going to make Ichigo transcendent.
But what? What? I'm sorry, did we read the same series? Did we read the same series where like some dude meditated with his Zanpakuto for a week and went from mountain level to multi-continental, possibly solar system? Did we both read the same series? Did we read the same series? And then did we forget that unlike those other schmuck Shinigami, Ichigo actually his main thing is his actual raw giga potential? And that he trained for 3 months with those people? And that Shunsui and Jushiro, through just raw training, became transcended beings. Yamamoto, through raw training, became a transcended being. Yoruichi is also a transcendent fighter. I think people forget this, but like Yoruichi is a transcendent fighter as well. And they all did that just through like raw training. They don't have anything special going on about them. They're just like prodigies, I guess. But Ichigo's like the most prodigy of anybody in the entire series. So it's just like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. He's just like, how can he do it through training? It's like, dude, everybody else did it through training. Everybody else did it.
I think he's trying to take the stance that Ichigo was already transcendent because Ichigo, with his mask, could feel Chrysalis Aizen's reaction.
That's not it at all. I'm just saying Dangai is just a big training amp. That's all it is. The Dangai form is just a really strong Ichigo. Mugetsu's the only part of it that's actually special.
But it kind of doesn't make sense because if Ichigo's only training for 3 months, that's not going to make up for the fact that Aizen was already far more superior.
Well, apparently it did. Go. You want to bring up your bad writing argument? Here's the bad writing argument. Here's the bad writing argument, dog. He's like, bro, wait, you can't just do this in 3 months. Evidently you can if you're Ichigo and your whole gimmick is that your potential is that insane. Like, evidently you can. From the chicken, very good.
Him just in the chrysalis, and he evolves again. What's worse is he says that Dangai isn't the special part, but Mugetsu is. That definitely doesn't make sense because the only way to get to Mugetsu is through Dangai's boost and fusion with the Zanpakuto.
Boys, I just got some Subway delivered. Everybody thank Hub Dad. Bleach Dad? What do you call him? Whatever we call him. We gotta thank him. Base Dad brought me Din Din, bro. Now I can eat. Yes, sir. Okay, let me not do the chips in everybody's ear, though. Let me not blow everybody's damn ears out with some chips. Y'all. Telling you, boys, the way to go. Steak and eggs, boys. Get big and strong. Flex. All right. Anyway. This might also just be a thing where he's kind of misunderstanding the argument, because he's also just being like, he's mentioned a few times where he's like, I don't really know what he's going for. But I don't know. I don't think my argument was like a higher dimensional argument that like nobody can understand, bro. I was like, I don't know. John Visk, Ed with the 20, loopy video when? Ed, you don't really want a loopy video. Come on, bro. You don't want a loopy video. Ed, what if I made a Jolter video? How about that? Ed, what if I made a Jolter video? Because, Hold on, let me show you guys. Let me show you guys something. I have a whole folder of videos that I'm working on. What if it's under possible video ideas, I think. What about this? What about this, Ed? How about this? How about that? Does that work instead of loopy? Is that better than loopy? I could do this. I already have this ready. I just have it ready, dude. Dude, good on Yang, by the way. Yang's actually referencing the thing that I just said. Because I wasn't going to say it was Toshiro, but you know, Yang was like, bro, Toaster did it. Toaster did it, bro. I can make the John Alter video, bro. I could do the John Alter video. Amazing compromise. Okay, I guess we're getting a John Alter video. Y'all will be getting a John Alter video, the queen herself. Y'all can all thank Ed for it, by the way. Thank Ed. Praise him. Oh! My sandwich is falling apart. Alright, no, that's a sandwich, boys. Oh! Boys, that's a sandwich.
Plateau. Again, you can't claim that Mugetsu is a special one when Dangai Ichigo was still fighting that final form of Aizen. I don't know if he remembers or anyone remembers, but Dangai Ichigo is the one that slapped away Ultra Fragor.
Dangai Ichigo is also the one that got injured by Aizen as well. I don't know if we remember that. What makes this a bit more concrete is that Tsukushima and Ginjo both allegedly know about the entire battle between Dangai Ichigo and Aizen. By the way, it's not even allegedly. They just know about it. They actually just know about all of it. I was just being very charitable in saying allegedly. We know this is because Tsukushima planted the memories of him helping Ichigo fight Aizen into Chad and Orihime.
So I don't even completely blame Hub for this one. I actually think this one's on Kubo. Kubo sometimes makes this mistake of when characters are thinking about actions that have occurred in the past while talking, he doesn't exactly show us all the time who...
Yeah, but like, what you've referenced are like 2 times and Kubo does do that as well. Like this right here is like extra proof that like Aizen knows about Ukiura Sugune Atapa. I mean, Kubo's also said in an interview that Aizen already knew about it. So this is actually gives more confirmation to this. In fact, this is how you're supposed to write things. This is how Kubo does his flashbacks. In fact, me and Noons actually had a whole discussion on this as well. But
who specifically is thinking what? And I think that's what's going on here. For proper context, Hub has been arguing, you couldn't see it because it got cut, that Ginjo and Tsukushima have a pretty good understanding of Ichigo's powers.
I mean, they just blatantly do. I think there's like 13 statements of Ginjo referencing that he's going to get Ichigo his full power back, which I think is actually really cool. Because if Ichigo, because Ichigo in this arc, right, here's the interesting thing. Ichigo is very hyper fixated on getting his powers back that he never questions how Ginjo knows so much about him and that like Ginjo knows so much about how his power set works, which I think is actually really interesting because it's like a psychological phenomenon when people are like giga focused on one thing, they tend to miss out on these like very obvious like sussy things, right? And so it's because Ichigo is so fixated on this that he never questions it, right? I think that's actually really good writing on Kubo's part, but there is like actually like 13 statements of like Kugo and Tsukushima referencing Ichigo's past and his powers and how his power system works.
And have been claiming he's going to regain his Soul Reaper powers. But there's 2...
In fact, Yuha even says you regain the power used to defeat Aizen, and he shows Ginjo. So, like, you know.
Big issues. The first one being that Ginjo and Tsukushima have only, in general, said Soul Reaper powers, Soul Reaper powers, Soul Reaper powers. They never specifically mentioned the powers that defeated Aizen or anything like that.
They don't have to if they already have knowledge on it. Because their knowledge of Ichigo would be the powers that they already know. Like, you wouldn't have to say, like, Goku, we're going to get you your Super Saiyan powers back if you already know of, like, what Goku's powers are, right? That's just, like overtly redundant. And if they said that, it would be really sussy because Ichigo would be like, how do you know about Aizen, right? Because that's really dumb. Like, why the fuck would they say that? That's, like, the dumbest thing.
He has a lot of scans of these, but they don't actually specify what specific powers.
His Shinigami powers. What the fuck do you mean? Thanks, Ed, for the Jolter video. Make sure to include that she becomes an escort. Nah, I'm not. I don't. I mean, she becomes an escort for Gilgamesh, and that's pretty chatty because Gilgamesh is my favorite character in Fate. So maybe I can mention it.
Problem two is he's using the inserted memory panel as an example of Ginjo actually witnessing it, while Orihime and Chad never actually saw it.
Yeah, because that's Tsukishima's memory that he put in their head, right? That's how his powers work. And so Tsukishima inserted that memory because Chad and Orihime were never there for that event. So Tsukishima has to have a base reference for it, right?
But the problem is that when you look at the panel, the character
Hey, bro, I'm looking at the panel.
of Tsukishima is shadowed. In Bleach chapter,
That's the. Oh my god. He's gonna. What the. Okay, hold on. Let me play this out.
462, Why Me Sad, it is shown that Tsukishima is very clear in their memories. The anime kind of ruins this because it shows them clear, but that wasn't on Kubo's part. He specifically.
The reason they're shadowed is an artistic choice. The reason Tsukishima is shadowed in those is because it's supposed to be like, oh, this is the part that's wrong, right? It's the part that like Tsukishima wasn't supposed to be there, right? It's a very obvious artistic choice, right? And I think you're looking way too deep into it.
Specifically drew him shaded in the manga. Shaded is important because it implies this is Ichigo thinking this because Tsukishima wasn't actually there, therefore he can't picture him there. And finally, we also know memory frames can be misleading or belong to no one. For example, we see in chapter 433, when Ginjo is talking about hollows from memory, it's an assortment of ones we've seen from different characters, including Bulbous Tree, Grand Fisher, etc.
For Ginjo, he said, I mean, yeah, I think that is just a choice for Kubo to be like, oh, just hollows, right? Just hollows in general. But the fact that he's like grayed out doesn't prove that it's like Ichigo thinking of it. Because why would it be grayed out if Ichigo's thinking about it? Because Ichigo's actually the person that has the best memory of the events, because he was the ones that's there, and he also has the best knowledge of Tsukishima. So for it to be blacked out would just be very weird if you're trying to say that it's from Ichigo's perspective. If anything, it makes more sense to be from Orihime and Chad's perspective because they have the least knowledge there. So it'd be the most hazy for them, right? So I think that makes even the least amount of sense if you want to tackle it from that angle. You're going to gain a power beyond a Soul Reaper, because essentially the Fullbring is melding with his Shinigami abilities, and it's also his Hollow abilities. And then in Can't For Your Own World, we learned that it's a part of the Soul King.
That last little bit that got cut off was him saying that Fullbring is this Soul King level transcendent power enhancement. But we know that it isn't, and he kind of implied this from Can't For Your Own World. I don't know if he didn't read it or...
It literally is! Oh, bro, hey, wait a minute. Wait. Based? Neil deGrasse Tyson, Astrophysics for People in a Hurry? This is a based book. I love this book a lot. My man is based, dude. If this is your like living room or whatever, and these are your books, based.
Or what happened there, but it stated that it just activates the potential of a soul. It doesn't give them Soul King level powers. What's also
No. I wasn't saying it gave them Soul King level powers. I'm saying that like it makes sense for the amp to be this strong because it comes from the Soul King, right? The source is coming from like the strongest person in the series. So it's not like, it's more of just like trying to appeal to like the writing of the series. Because I agree, I don't like the fact that like Fullbring makes people that strong. Right? I think it's really dumb. But I'm trying to give like a writing justification, right? This is not really like a power scaling justification. It's more of a writing justification, being like, well, maybe it makes sense because like it comes from this like god, basically. So maybe that's what they're going for. You know?
weird about trying to use that as evidence is that Ichigo already had powers beyond a Soul Reaper, not even taking into account his Quincy abilities, but he had hollow powers. This was the same line that Visor Shinji
Yeah, but hollow powers aren't beyond a Soul Reaper's power. That's a bit different.
used for Ichigo.
Power. He shows the picture of Ginjo specifically in the little panel where he's talking about, oh, you regain the power that you used against Aizen. You know, yeah, I don't know what angle he's gonna tackle on this, bro. Because whether it's Yuha or it's Ichigo's memory, I mean, it's fine either way,
Shows
dude.
the panel. Full transparency, I actually think for his argument, this may be the best piece of evidence that he has. So this scan's about
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah!
interpretation, and he interprets this scan as referring to Ichigo's Fullbring being the power regained, ignoring the fact that Yuha kind of specifies that he's talking about the power to actually kill the Reo, which we know
Yeah. Because right here, he's like, you know, he references, he's like, okay, you became a Shinigami, and then I'll show Aizen, and because you beat up Aizen, then you got the powers you got back, and you use that same power to kill the Soul King. Which again, if you want to give a writing justification Fullbring comes from the Soul King anyway. So it's like, okay, you're using God's power to kill a god. Like, guess it makes sense, you know? Thumbs up.
Fullbring does not have. Now, I know this is about how the line was specifically interpreted from Japanese to English, but when Hub reads it, he reads it as regaining that power you lost. But it doesn't say that, it says the more generic version of that.
Aren't you using the manga panda ones? Yeah, you're using the manga panda ones. These are the most outdated scanlations.
It says the more generic version of that. I know that seems petty or splitting hairs, but this goes back to his earlier arguments about having a ton of scans, stating that Ichigo is going to regain his old powers. It just says Soul Reaper powers. We have several.
Yeah, again, I already addressed that with the Goku example. You wouldn't just be like, Goku, we're going to get you your Super Saiyan Ultra Instinct powers back. You'd be like, no, we're just going to get your powers back. Like, saying Shinigami powers are already specific enough because, you know, it's fucking Ichigo's main line of powers, especially from what we know about Zangetsu as well.
Several scans that show True Shikai Ichigo is more powerful than Fullbring, but True Shikai and Dangai are the same. Going to Shinsui when he was talking to Ichigo's friends in the world of the living, he was worried that True Shikai or the Bankai version would not be able to come back to the world of the living, but this was never considered an issue with the Fullbring powers. If Fullbring characters and their powers were shared, like from Ichigo to the other Fullbringers, like Riruko for example, we would have several Soul King characters.
The Fullbringers also as a form is far more controlled. Because notice how like True Shikai Ichigo, it's not like hold on. The fact is that like he can't control the power he has because he has too much, but Fullbring inherently requires so much more control because of what it does. Right? Like the whole point of like Fullbring is that you have like an almost complete mastery of like your soul abilities, right? So it's like it shouldn't be a problem with Fullbring because Fullbring literally is it's like Ultra Instinct, right? Where it's like it's hyper giga controlled, right? So it shouldn't really be a problem because he's not like exploding outward or anything.
Characters walking around the world of the living with no Gentei Kaijo. That makes no sense. Even captain level characters need Gentei Kaijo when they go down. Even
also, no one's making the argument about like Riruka in them, right? Because they're not Fullbring Ichigo. Ichigo's Fullbring is different.
You know, they have extremely refined Ryatsu control. And if anyone says Fullbring characters like Riruka or Jackie scale to fourth form Aizen,
Look. Fuck around and I might make the argument. Fuck around and find out, bro. Let's fuck around and find out. How would I even do that? How would I do that? I'm trying to think how do I like make up this argument of like Riruka being able to beat up Aizen and therefore Bankai Yamamoto. We could say like if Ichigo scales above them and they all get like a piece of Ichigo's power, and if like Aizen is this like dimensional transcendence above people like Bankai Yamamoto and whatnot, then even if they got a fraction of that, it's still like a fraction of infinity higher. So yeah, I guess you could make the argument, yeah. Any debate goods in here could take that and they could run with it. What are you eating? A pot pie? No, bro. I'm eating fucking Subway, dude. I have a Subway sub. I'm munching right now, dude. Fucking munching, bro. She could put him in a doll. Okay, let's not be disrespectful. Look, I like Aizen and Yamamoto a lot. Let's not disrespect him, bro.
Or any nonsense like that, they're being completely disingenuous. Sorry, I know this response is a little bit on the longer side, but furthermore evidence, we know Yuha isn't talking about Fullbring Bankai when he says you regained your true power in chapter 673 Father. He is referring to the true Shikai form because Ichigo never lost his Fullbring powers. His Bankai was just broken. Just because a Bankai is broken doesn't mean you can't use it or you've lost all your powers.
Yeah, so it's true Shikai plus his other abilities, or plus his Fullbring. Which, you know, is the only reason why true Shikai surpasses Fullbring, right? The reason it's stronger than Dangai.
It just means it's not the same. This is further evidence because in chapter 618...
Because, you know, you take Fullbring plus new powers that he gains from reforging his Zanpakuto equals being stronger. You know, actually, bro, if you want to make the argument, you could say that true Shikai is just his Fullbring powers reformed, honestly. Because the only thing that he does is, like, while he's training through the Soul Palace with all the Zero Squad people, he's still in his Fullbring Bankai, right? And, like, essentially the only thing that, like, really changes after everything is that he's more resolved because he gets to talk to Ishin about his mom. And then he gets to, get a new sword, right? He gets a new swords from Nehemiah, right? So it's like technically True Shikai is just an upgraded form of the Fullbring form. If you really think about it, he just stacks his new base onto like the base of being Fullbring. So I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, dude. Is Aizen just as strong as Sephiroth? The arguments for Sephiroth are that he's like solar system universal and like 1A. So Aizen is stronger than some forms of Sephiroth.
The Black Arm, Ichigo and Yuha had already fought in the True Shikai form.
He becomes one with the Getsuga itself. Damn, we had debunks, now we have criticisms, bro. Right, like it literally just becomes a form for him. Although weird that that'd be a part of his Zanpakuto evolution because the Getsuga Tensho shouldn't necessarily be tied just to the Zanpakuto itself, but I see what Kubo is going for in this scene.
Hub, as a loyal subscriber, I don't actually...
While making this, I realized I was subscribed with my personal channel and not this one.
I think you know what Kubo was meaning here. A perfect example of the user and the attack becoming one is Shuke Haku Taken.
That's not them becoming one, dog. That is not even remotely the same thing. Because when Ichigo becomes one with his powers, he loses all of his abilities. When Byakuya uses this, he just walks off, right? Nothing happens to him. This is closer to like Ichigo's actual Bankai, right? Where his Bankai ability like envelops him, right? This is Byakuya closer being enveloped by Senbone Sakura and less becoming one with Senbone Sakura.
So this makes complete sense.
It's like a very it's wrong. Cool form, but you need to like demystify it and not be like it's this thing that can never be surpassed.
So I actually agree with Hub here. I've seen a lot of people, especially on Reddit, run into where they just kind of mystify Dangai to this really weird level when Dangai is equal to True Shikai Ichigo and is completely surpassed by Horn of Salvation and Bankai.
Does it upset? Okay, so we agree on that. That's pretty good. Yeah, like it's the same. What would it be like? It's like the Dragon Ball people being like, "Oh my god, like Kid Buu, could Kefla beat Kid Buu?" Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Could Hit beat Buhan? Just like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? What the fuck was that take? No, we were agreeing. We were both saying that, like, because I was saying that, like, people like hold Dangai Ichigo in this like godly esteem. It's kind of like Broly from Dragon Ball, right? You ever had arguments with your friends about Broly and it's just like no one can beat Broly. He's the unbeatable, the ultimate, the mighty, the insurmountable, right? They're just like they just put him on this gassed up pedestal, right? Like nobody can do anything to him. It's the same thing. It's like once you kind of remove all of that, you take the blindfolds off and everything, you remove a little bit of the luster, then we can actually talk about the problem, right? Then we can actually talk about the scaling, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan versus Kaba, dude. Like, that stuff is so cringe, it's so bad. Ichigo becomes his power. It mean that the Fullbring is stronger than Dangai? Yeah, it does a lot. Fullbring was kind of just haphazardly thrown in here as like this way stronger ability out of nowhere that we've never heard about.
I don't know how you can read Bleach and say that Fullbring came out of nowhere.
It literally comes out of nowhere. The arc is like 60 chapters long. Dude, Kubo literally comes in out of Bumbaclut nowhere, drops this really OP ability, and then gets rid of it as like in like the shorter time than it took to introduce it. It literally comes out of nowhere. It's not built up at all in the series, right? It's literally only there in the arc it's introduced in. It is such a bad writing thing. Like, it is so bad for Kubo to write it this way.
Kubo was clearly hinting that Chad and Orihime were different. They actually goes out of their way to explain it specifically.
No, because Chad was hinted at more being like a hollow. No. Chad's abilities were like akin to being a hollow. Like, Orihime was supposed to have like god level powers. Like, Orihime was not hinted to have some like random like schmuck human ability, right? She was like, you're gonna have the power of the gods. No, the powers that surpass the gods. Like, and then Chad, like, I'm glad you brought up this scene, because this is when it was like, oh, Chad has like an inner hollow thing like Ichigo does. Like, these two were never hinted to be like anything other than like a god and a demon, right? Fullbring ain't anything like that, right? The closest thing is that you could be like, maybe like Orihime god powers are close to the Soul King. Like, maybe that's what Aizen was getting on about. But Aizen doesn't reference the Soul King as God. Aizen says, like, no. Like, you are God, like, capital G. Like you ain't Soul King, you're Soul God with these powers. So they're definitely different than Fullbring.
In the Gansenbein Chad fight, he goes out of his way to say that my powers are different from Rukia and the others, and I've been feeling different since I come to Wakamundo.
Yeah, that implies that he feels like he's a hollow.
This is compounded by the fact that we know that their weapons, their affinity weapons, are things that they love and are noted to love from day one. And as we stated, Fullbring isn't some god power. It's really...
I mean, Chad's powers are his arms, dude. Like, that only works for Orihime. And then even then, the whole pin thing is dropped for Orihime. She literally just starts being like a rejection machine. Like, literally, like, what, in the Soul Society arc, after she fights, what is his name? Fukusaku or something like that? No, Fukusaku's somebody else. He fights, Jirobo. Yeah, Jirobo, the Wind Scythe guy. When she fight, after that, you just don't really ever see the pixies again. I think, like, you see her, like, repairing them, and then you see, like, dude, even when, like, Hachi is fixing the pixies, right? I don't even think they appear as the pixies. Don't they just appear as, like, the hairpins that he has, like, his keto over? It's like, dude, that gets dropped so quickly, right? And then Chad is literally just his arms, right? Like, Chad is just like, my arms, I'm buff, grr, I make power move, ooh, punch, grr, you know what I'm saying?
really no different from any other power in Bleach. It has its strengths,
The Wind Scythe? Yeah, he is. He's Jirobo the Wind Scythe, bro.
weaknesses, and it has its core abilities. An example being that Orihime's powers are not unique. There is a character in Bleach that has the exact same abilities as her and actually uses it to a much better and more combative degree, and that's Hachigen's Keto. Look at it.
No, bro. No. Hachigen does not reverse causality with his powers. Hachi is just really good with Keto. Hachi was never said to be a god power tier character. No, bro. No. They can make similar barrier, right? Look at this. He even says it felt like she has a similar barrier to mine. But we're not even talking about the rejection of phenomenon and the rejection of causality. No. No, bro. No. The origin of the Quincy's abilities came from? Orihime doesn't use Keto? The fuck? Orihime is Soul Reaper the whole time? Is this so... Bro, what the fuck y'all talking about? Alright, now Chats is going in some fucking different direction.
It has the same abilities in it. He's the one that heals Orihime's piece when it's broken by Yami.
Power scaling is what
Keto.
I do, and so I'm going to have to acknowledge that even though this form sucks and it completely unearths the entire narrative of Ultra Instinct,
I couldn't really cut this in any good way, but simply put, he's starting to talk about narrative implications in power.
Yeah, we're not a bunch of monkeys here, bro. We're not a bunch of apes. There is narrative arguments to be made in power scaling. We're not a bunch of monkeys, bro. Like, narrative implications play a big role into making arguments in the first place.
And what Kubo was trying to imply with Fullbring Bankai Ichigo. I hate narrative power scaling because it never makes any sense. Narratively, you could say,
Bro, you just gotta open up your mind, bro. Like, you gotta do some more thinking. That just sounded like, bro, me no like narrative arguments makes my head hurt. Me no likey.
Ukiura is the strongest Espada simply because he plays such a pivotal role in FKT. That doesn't make him the strongest Espada.
Wait, what?
Any sense. Narratively, you could say Ukiura is the strongest Espada simply because he plays such a pivotal role in FKT.
No. That's not what a narrative argument is. I think that's not what a narrative argument is. A narrative argument would be like, the narrative is saying that Yami is the strongest Espada, right? Because he's number 0. That's the narrative argument. He hasn't done anything worth like getting the 0 position, right? But the narrative is saying that he is the strongest because of his 0 position. That's the narrative. Or like the narrative of like Yamamoto still being the strongest because he's the Gote commander. Like that's his whole that's the narrative writing for him, right? He doesn't have to beat up everybody individually because that's what power scaling would want. Power scaling would want Yamamoto to beat everybody up, and he has to go one by one, beat them all up, and then prove that he's the strongest from an objective standpoint. The narrative means, well, we can cut a lot of that because we know, based on like his position and the things that Kubo has written for us, that he is the strongest member of the Gote 13. All right.
That doesn't make him the strongest Espada when we have statements in the data book and from other characters.
Like, that's just a blatant misunderstanding of like what a narrative argument even is in the first place.
That Yami is the strongest. He also states that Kubo was narratively implying that Fullbring was beyond these transcendent characters, but he never gets a transcendent character fight. This is the problem with narrative evidence that it's circumstantial and it goes out of the
No, narrative. No, I think you're misunderstanding grossly what a narrative argument is, right? Because a narrative argument has evidence in the narrative of the show, right? It literally, like, it is just built into how the show is written. If you have a problem with it, it means that you, whether consciously or subconsciously, are trying to go against the bad writing of the series, right? Which, congratulations, we would agree that I think Bleach is not the best written show. Doesn't have to be, because I can still enjoy it somewhat when I read it, but, you know, it's just not perfect. It's just you acknowledging that.
window the moment something that doesn't follow the narrative happens. You can't just throw it out and say, oh, that doesn't count. The reason
Nobody threw it out. What the fuck?
Bunkai Ichigo doesn't fight transcendent characters like Almighty Yuha
Yuha's apparently a good villain. Fuck.
or Soul King Almighty Yuha is because that's reserved for transcendent characters like True Shikai Ichigo, which is a combination of his powers. Narrative evidence would be Yami follows Ukiura because he thinks he's the strongest, even though it's noted several times that Yami's Pesquisa is trash.
Went back to the same.
No, no. He follows him because, like, Yami has a lot of respect for Ukiura. He just respects him a lot. Ukiura is, like, the only person that, like, treats Yami with any respect. So, yeah, it's just, like, a mutual partnership that they have.
Level of.
And then his Pesquisa being bad doesn't even... What? It doesn't matter. Like... Oh, this is the... never mind. I can't speak his name because then I'll get into beef. I can't say his name, but this is the... This is that guy's argument when he talks about the Pesquisa, but the Pesquisa is just long-range sensing. It's your ability to be able to, like, sense everybody over, like, a long range. You can still tell how strong people are, right? Like, even people like Kenpachi, whose senses are dog water, right, can do stuff like that, right? Like, someone who's literally never been trained in it at all in his life can still sense people across the Soul Society and tell if they're fighting at full power or not. Like, come on, bro.
Progression that he was at. You know, if he's going to train with his new Shinigami power, shouldn't he end up being like Dangai again?
And keep in mind that Yami himself also senses Ukiura fighting Vasto Lorde Ichigo and senses he's like, Ukiura is going to need my help. I can sense that he's weaker than the person he's fighting. So, yeah.
But then Kubo was like, that was a one-time thing.
What do you mean never again? True Shikai Ichigo is literally the combination of all of his powers. Dangai Ichigo was the combination of his Hollow, Quincy, and Shimigami powers.
They're both the manifestation of both of his powers. Yeah, they're both like omni power-ups, yeah. Dangai, they're both all of his powers. They're both just all of his powers. What are you talking about? Bad fate villain?
Powers into one. That's what that was. We see that when merged Tensei Zangetsu and White are fused. Fullbring Bankai Ichigo is just getting his Hollow and Shimigami powers perfectly fused back together and then him being bestowed that, while his Quincy still remain his core and suppressing his abilities. True Shikai is the perfect merger of...
Well, I mean, Yuha is kind of like not really suppressing his powers anymore at that point because he's literally lost control. I mean, Yuha lost the ability to start sealing his powers around the time that he went full Hollow. Like, so, nah, that's not even happening anymore.
All of his abilities. Fullbring, Quincy, Hollow, and Soul Reaper. It's why Yuha says you have regained the powers that you have always had.
Because you know how Mugetsu was like a one-time thing?
Well, yeah, even episode 1 Ichigo had all of his powers. So, like, are we going to say that episode 1 Ichigo's transcended as well? Ichigo at all points in the series technically has all of his powers. It's not like he had to go find them somewhere. He's always technically had all of them. So, like, if you want to go down that road, yeah, I guess episode 1 Ichigo is also a transcendent being as well.
And Ichigo completely loses his powers, well, he can use Mugetsu whenever he wants now because all of the Shinigami will just come together.
This is something I also didn't get. It's almost like he didn't pay attention. This isn't just something they can do over and over again. This was a debt repayment by the head captain.
They can do it over and over again. Kisuke literally made the sword. He can make another sword. Like, he can just make... They can literally do it whenever they want, dog. They literally can do it whenever they want. Kisuke made the sword, just said, pour your Ryatsu into it, and then, like, if it happens again, we'll just make another one. Like... You literally can. This wasn't like the legendary one-of-a-kind sword. It's like, no, it's something that Kisuke made in his fucking basement, dog. He just whipped this shit together in like 18 months. So, like, theoretically, we could fire Mugetsu once every 18 months, dog. Probably even faster if Kisuke starts getting better at it, to be honest. So, yeah, they literally can just whip this shit up whenever they want.
From the Gotei, it is still 100% illegal to give a human or someone not of the Gotei Shimigami powers.
Oh, they didn't seem to care about it then. They didn't seem to really care at all, so maybe the legality just doesn't matter anymore. I don't know if you ever thought about that. Because he's like, but it's illegal in series. And I'm like, yeah, and if everybody's breaking the law, then who cares? Like, what is Central 46 going to do if everybody breaks the law? What are they just gonna be like? We'll put a stop to it right now, and then they just get decapitated by Kenpachi. Yeah, good luck, bro.
Plus, even narratively, Ichigo can just whip out Mugetsu whenever he wants, because if he uses Mugetsu again against someone like Yuha, it's not going to do anything.
I disagree, because Mugetsu is his strongest ability, and he killed Yuha with the Getsuga Tensho. So yeah, it would probably fuck up. It'd probably fuck up Yuha.
That's why Yuha was the next villain. That's why the Almighty was his.
No, it would fuck him up, because Ichigo, if you guys forget, he actually killed Yuha with the Getsuga Tensho. Yuha says when he was revived that I was killed. He said I can revive myself even when I'm dead. Like, the implication being that he just died. And that was a normal Getsuga Tensho. From a weaker Ichigo, because he wasn't using his hollow powers anymore. It was just his Shinigami powers.
His power. Anything Ichigo could do to change fate or overcome things like he normally did, instantly got rebuked because it was Yuha. Thank you for watching all the way through.
Well, that's also just because, like, Ichigo's fate manipulation is really bad. Anyway, I think the video is still fine. I don't really think there was, like, anything of major substance brought up there, but, you know. That just tends to be what happens when you're a god of the series like me. But that's just how it be sometimes. When you're just an absolute god. Okay, what's going on here? Let's look at chat. What are y'all up to? Bro, Central 46 are the boomers that complain about their chairs. Oh, no. Oh, my sandwich is falling apart. No. Dog, I'm losing my sandwich. Am I leaving now? No, we'll hang out for a bit. We can hang out, boys. 127 viewers? Bet. 127 viewers, and everyone here broke. There aren't a lot of power scaling videos for Devil May Cry. You can donate for that. I'll make a Dante video. I ain't doing it on my own, though. But the man gotta eat, bro. Imagine Ishin using Mugetsu to beat Gerard. Why? How does it feel to respond to your first ever debunk? It feels good, man. It feels good knowing that I took like a 3-month break from Bleach and I still know my arguments. I'm mad, bro. Coach, no. A 100-year plan to go to a floating city. So, Aizen is basically just worse Gale then. He's just worse Gale, is what I'm hearing. Still doing a Renji video? Probably. Hold on, I'll be right back. I need to get some napkins. There's fucking mayo cum everywhere. Hold on. I'll be right back, boys. All right, boys, I've returned. I have returned, boys. What are we whiling about now? React to Yama versus Ichibei recent video? What? Yama versus Ichibei? Did this guy make that video? I don't want to harp on him too much. Look, I didn't come here to lead a crusade against this man. I'm not here to just mess up his entire career. I just wanted to see what he had to say. How many volumes of the manga are we in, by the way? We're, what, like, volume 20? We left off here. 21. Yeah, we're 21 in. I'm gonna clean up the coom monster. Oh, fuck. Not the cum monster. On Chuck's channel? Nah, I don't want to start beef. No, I don't want to start beef. Anytime I watch one of those videos, it just never goes good. Anytime I look at one of those videos, the whole community just explodes, dude. The whole community just implodes. You know what? Maybe if somebody donates for it. Because I just don't want to deal with the headache, dog. I don't want to deal with the headache. Well, if someone donate for it, we can do it. It would have to be worth my mental sanity. Because I'm telling you, dude, I don't know why they care so much. I just don't. Do you debate your friends casually? Kind of, yeah. Kind of, like, we'll debate on just, like, varying things, yeah. Any of the fate scaling by Saya? No, not really, but Saya did come into my chat once. That was pretty cool. I was like, bro, what's up, man? The Clyde stands are bad. I mean, I'm sure I have bad stands. I think stan culture in general is just, like, really bad. You know? Because I think fan bases just get very toxic. Okior versus Yami. But, like, that's just always going to happen. Well, Stellar, I just don't want to start a fight. Because I don't really have any intention of starting beef. It's just like... So what most of it does come back down to, right? Is that, like, people just have, like, different interpretations for things, which I think is fine. Like, and obviously, like, I think my interpretation is correct, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't make the videos that I do. Like, that's just the way it is, right? Like, it's just, you know, I think I have a correct opinion, and so I'm going to share it, and I'm going to make videos on it, and I'm going to try to defend those opinions, right? But it's just like, I'm okay with other people having differing opinions on things, right? Like, I'll obviously be vocal about it, but, like, at the end of the day, it's like, who fucking cares, man? Like, it's like, who cares, bro? Like, we're talking about some orange-haired dude with a big sword chopping people up and shooting laser beams. Like, who the fuck cares, man? You know what I'm saying? Because you start getting to the point where people are like, I'm gonna dox you and come to your house and fist fight you. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man? What are you all up to? It's like unironically go outside, touch some grass, bro. It ain't that bad. Grass is pretty nice. You can feel it a little bit. It's soft. You can smell that fresh air. Get a little bit of vitamin D while you're at it. You know what I'm saying? So what the fuck are you guys fighting people? The fuck y'all trying to dox people over shit? Come on, bro. Relax. It's just not that serious. Have you played Elden Ring? Not yet. I'm probably going to buy it as soon as my the YouTube check hits. When that hits, let's go. Grass looks greener? True. Especially where I live as well. When I used to live in Texas, that grass was not greener. That grass looks fucking yellow, bro. Do you play Fate Grand Order? Of course, bro. I have a whole second channel. Wait a minute, bro. Have you not heard about the internet sensation known as ZTL? You not heard about the sensation, bro? Have you not heard about the 15.4K channel ZTL, dude? Bro, look at this. Look, we don't have anything on quite on par with Bleach Hub, right? Because look at this. You look at Bleach Hub. Oh baby, look at that video. 200 and almost 50K views. That's insane. But it is just consistently better. Like, it just does better consistently, right? But yeah, shout out to ZTL, the internet sensation. Also, if you're not following the Twitch, the hell are you doing, bro? Come over here. Look at this. What the fuck are you doing? You're not following ZTL, bro. You play Fate Grand Order and fucking Master Duel, bro. What are you doing? Come the fuck out here, bro. Ask about me, okay? Will you make more Record of Ragnarok scaling videos? Maybe. Equivalent of 10 to 15 hours at a job. It's like I'm okay, so I would make more than like working at, say, like Taco Bell, McDonald's, right? But it's not like super good, but it's like it's good as kind of like a side job, right? Especially because like I enjoy doing what I do. And it gives me a lot of flexibility during school, which is probably the most important thing because I don't think I would pass class if I was working a side job. Because I think I'd be more focused on the thing making me immediate money, which is kind of like I'm very like tunnel vision. And it was why actually I left the first community college I was at because I had this like really nice job where I was making like it was like about like 500-600 a week, right? And so I kind of just left community college to work there. And then my dad got a job at a college and he was like, "You want free tuition?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I want free tuition. Let's go." The McDonald's near me hires at 15. Yeah, they've definitely been hiring a lot more after COVID kind of released up on the restrictions and everything. But it also depends on what area you're at. Like if you're in like California, it's like, bro, I can get a Taco Bell job for $18 an hour, but milk is like $8 a gallon. Plus gas is really expensive right now as well, dude. Yeah, it kind of depends on where you're at as well. Just kind of depends. But it's just generally a very nice like job for me getting through college. How many hours did you work? About like 35. I couldn't like I was part-time, so I couldn't work more than 40. I had to work 50 to 60 to make no, yeah, I was even part-time. It was there's this place in Texas called HEB. It's like a exclusive grocery store for their state and they pay insanely well. Like there it is a very nice job. You're always stupid dummy busy and you're pushing carts out in like you pushing carts in like what's it called? Like 100-degree weather, but it's definitely worth it, dude. That's when I got the most 5 stars I ever had on my FGO account because I was like, I can burn some money. Like I can just drop $500 for this event, and then if I run out of money, I just get another check the next week. It was pretty broken. Fate versus Record of Ragnarok. We'll see. Maybe we could do that. They couldn't crack it. I live in California. I hate it here. I've heard it's pretty ass. Yeah, I've heard it's not good. I have no intent. Like, I don't even want to visit California. To be honest. I don't even want to visit there because it's so expensive. I'm perfectly fine where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? Dude, rent around here is like $400 a month. It is pretty insane. You get a nice 1-bedroom apartment, $400 a month, not bad. 50 hours and get over 600. That's pretty good. I'm not staying in Texas. That shit's ass, bro. I'm not. It's fucking hot, bro. Because of sharks? What the fuck's wrong with you? Give Hassan and Fate some more lore. Yu-Gi-Oh versus Fate. Fate would beat their fucking ass, dude. Like scale monarchs based on card lore. Yeah, I already do have folders of a lot of that stuff. I'm already way ahead of you. Already have a lot of scaling done for a lot of the archetypes, or at least some of them. I've been exploring those. I want to get the fuck out of my fucking country. I'm in misery. I'm so sorry for you. That's actually just like the nothing state. Have you seen Northern Blade? No. I don't know what the fuck that is. Fuck his damn Northern Blade. Fuck. If Ichigo didn't get his powers back during the Fullbring arc, could the Gote theme that was should realistically to get help from Urahara and Ishin? No, probably not. Genjo would probably just beat their fucking ass, dude. Genjo's way too goddamn strong. He's a fucking animal. Byakuya versus Itachi someday? Ooh, maybe. I love sharks. Nerd. Bitch. Yo, Egyptian god cards versus number. Which high end is stronger? Bro, you know the answer for that. Numbers would fucking eviscerate the Egyptian god cards, bro. Egyptian god cards being like, hey, bro, we might be able to fuck up the planet. Numbers be like, dude, we're gonna fuck up the damn universe. And possible higher dimensions. Fucking crazy. It's so insane. I don't even know if the god cards are worthy of being the numbers cards cum socks, dude. I don't even know, bro. God cards are so fucking bad. Gura Shark? No, fuck Gura. Gremlins? Man, I'll kick Gura. I'll kick her with my fucking big toe, dude. Vasta Lorde or Ichigo or Ginjo? Oh, Ginjo would beat his ass. Fullbring arc is way too goddamn strong. It's a massive power cliff. Angry Face slams keyboard. They're death gods, right? Yeah, they're death gods. Push the boundless fate servant agenda? Maybe. Maybe eventually. Wing Dragon of Raw Phoenix mode, Soul Society destroying power. And then Toshiro's like, nah, that's cap. And then Toshiro's just like, nah, maybe not. He said maybe not. Do you support multiversal Naruto? I want to bleach my ears after hearing about it. Multiversal? What the fuck? Genji would slap the fuck out of... Yeah, you would. You could even argue that Ichigo fighting Yami is stronger than VL. I mean, he just is. But... it's because Ichigo, he draws his power... like, his mask draws his power from his current Hollow's power. So it's like... if white is VL, then it's just like Ichigo stacking that on top of himself. Like, he's just drawing on that. Like, I'm fine with like universal Naruto with like the Kaguya time space stuff. I think that's fine. I don't know where you're getting multiversal from. Like, is like Kaguya's dimension a multiverse? Like, are they going off of like? Isn't there like a 5D Itachi argument? I think with his like Genjutsu. I don't know, man. Like, I think universal and stuff is fine. Where the fuck is multiversal coming from? The fuck? Where the fuck is it coming from, dog? Would one-shot Ukiura? Damn. Infinite Tsukuyomi? Maybe, yeah, maybe you're trying to say that, like, each dimension... okay, because the Tsukuyomi is, like, it's like a higher dimensional thing, right? Because, like, Itachi's Tsukuyomi is, like, this 4D infinite, like, plane that he creates. So maybe it's, like... infinite Tsukuyomi is like an infinite amount of like Itachi Tsukuyomis, right? So it's like it's like a mental multiverse or something, right? Maybe that's what they're getting. How big can a power scaler get on YouTube? Isn't Seth at like 1 million or something? Isn't Seth at 1 milli? Yeah, like Seth is almost at 1 milli, so yeah, you could probably get higher. Like, okay, and then look at like Swag is doing power scaling type content, right? Yeah, Swag's at like 1.15, bro. Like, I think now maximum size. I think like I think Swag's eventually gonna hit a wall because he's only doing Naruto, right? But if you look at like the stuff that Seth does, like it's all over the goddamn place. You have like fucking Spider-Man versus Batman, Thor versus Kratos, Bleach shit, Star Wars shit, Naruto shit, Dragon Ball shit, Death Note, like real life things, right? It's just all over the goddamn place. So even though it looks like it doesn't have any direction, you attract like so many different people, right? Like you get like so many different like people from so many different fandoms kind of coming in there, right? So he'll probably have like the longest, like he'll probably, I think it'd be like the best, like eventually, like he'll just be the highest one because he just does so many different things. Do you think Swag Kage, Ryu, or Seth are good debaters? Yeah, I think Seth's pretty good. I'm not really sure on Swag. I haven't heard Swag debate very much, but Seth is pretty good. You know, I think Seth is pretty good. Yeah, even though he's kind of retired. I don't know very much about SSJ Ryu. I know he's like an older person in the community, right? Power scaled Gorilla versus Bear, but it did good though, bro. It's at like 2 milli. It did good, bro. It did better than Yuha. It did better than Aizen. It did better than Goku. It's doing as good as the ranking of the Akatsuki members, bro. It's crazy. It's insane. Actually, just went hard. Have you ever debated Ryu? I just said no. I don't know who the fuck he is. Like, if I don't know who they are, how would I have debated them, bro? Like, the fuck? Swag is pretty average. Swag is good. I wouldn't know. Swag should do Yu-Gi-Oh! Collab. I'd be down. Swag used to have hold on. He has this one Yu-Gi-Oh! Video that's like really fucking good. The yeah, this like on his second channel, this history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Video is pretty fucking good, bro. It's really good. Like it's a really good video. So I'm just like, bro, come on, just do more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content, man. So fucking good. I like Seth because he is funny. Poggers, dude. Was thinking, can Zomari's hacks works on the other Espadas? Yes. Should be able to work on the other Espadas. If he can affect Byakuya, who can fight Yami at his strongest, he can definitely use it on the others. Seth was Seth's old mentor? Oh fuck, the even older man on the mountain. Like Seth's the old man on the mountain, and there's a guy on another mountain, dude. Stop the Drytron hate, dude. I love Drytron. What are you talking about? The Ori Calco's track challenge. What? Of top decks? The fuck is this? Duelist Empire. Ew. Well, like that. That's gross. Bro, I need a new banner, dude. I need a new banner on this channel. I just have Akano's ass plastered on my channel. I need a new banner, dude. I need a new banner. If someone wants to make me a new banner, feel free to hit me up with it. But I need a goddamn banner, dude. This ain't working anymore. We're going to be at 10K. We need something more official. More nerd culture. Complete the whole asshole, the guy. Yeah. He's definitely moved on. Seth is, in his own words, a retired old man. Man, fuck Drytron. That's just because you're bad, bro. You don't gotta hate on Drytron because you suck. No need to hate on Drytron because you suck. Sus banner? I don't see what's sus about it, bro. I don't see it. I don't see a problem. Can you rank the big three in order from strongest to weakest? It probably goes Bleach, Naruto, One Piece. Is probably how it goes. Should just be Bleach Chub. Fuck off, bro. I think Bleach just has like the highest high end. Like, I think them being arguably like 7D is just higher than even like multiversal Naruto, and fucking One Piece is like solar system level or something. Like, and then this is when someone's like, but what about the 1A arguments for Bleach? It's like, bitch, you can make a 1A argument for any series, bro. Making a 1A argument is not hard. It's like the easiest fucking thing to do. And it's also the lamest thing to do as well. It's just, it's too simple. It's too small brain for me. 10 ass negates. Just be better. Just draw Dark Ruler no more, stupid. Or Forbidden Droplets. You know? Just be better. Just stop being bad. How could she bend that far? I don't know. DXD characters are just built different. After the Fours episode, they hit me with all Kamen Rider versus Sentai Rider movie. Well, Lucky, don't burn out too much, because me and Stellar want to watch Build. They're above the concept of human limitations? Yeah, exactly. Actually, just how it be. Is DBS still above Naruto? Yes, like obviously. Only a handful of One Piece characters can move faster than light, right? I don't fucking know. I know they can dodge Kizaru's lasers, and then like the big dude with the Bible starts shooting those, and people can dodge that. So I don't think they can dodge light. I haven't read One Piece though. I just know about it through debating. Bleach is beyond dimensional space. Boom 1A Bleach. Because of conceptual manipulation, that's not what tier 0 means, but it's not what tier 0 means at all, but okay. When you debate 1A characters, you know your chances of getting bitches become 0. The flexible mind, true. I'm once Nightmare Unicorn myself, and I still won with Drytron. Yeah. Isn't everyone in the time skip relativistic at worst? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking read One Piece. Ask me these damn questions like I fucking know. I make 1A arguments to troll nerds. Damn, got him. W, winning. My boy said he spends his spare time trolling people on Discord. Holy shit. Burns anything. Tier 0. True. Titty power scaling? Maybe. Where does Ichigo scale to? Depends on which Ichigo. Just depends. I need music, bro. If you argue 1A, you have no maidens. True. If you're doing all that, you're probably not getting any maidens, bro. One Piece scaling is a bit weird, not gonna lie. I imagine so. They're a bunch of pirates, dude. With fruit. Now, the only other show that I saw using fruit for power scaling was Gaim. And hold on, let me put you guys on to Gaim, dude. You guys let me put you guys on to Gaim, dude. You want to watch a show where people they're multiversal by the end, dude, and they beat people up with fruit, and they look sick, dude. They beat people up with fruit and they're multiversal. Like, I don't know. Sounds pretty good to me, dude. Sounds like a pretty good W to me. Sounds pretty sick to me, dog. Pretty sick to me. Let me find. Hold on. Can I find Kachidoki? Yeah, look at this dude, bro. This guy looks sick, bro. Multiversal villain, dude. Or hero, actually. Half the cast gets drowned. I think the power scaling in our pirate D&D is pretty solid. Yeah, Lucky gets captured by a bunch of fucking random soldiers, dude. Gets captured by fucking soldiers, dog. My man. Does Chad have any power scaling in the Blood War? Ugh. Yikes. Where does Goku scale to in Bleach? Depends if you're going high end or low end for Bleach. It would change where he scales pretty drastically. Although he should be able to consistently pretty much beat everybody in there. Like, it really shouldn't be a problem for him. Kamen Rider Amazons? Ooh. What's your favorite Transformers show? Probably Armada so far. I went ahead and I watched Armada and Prime, and I think I like Armada more. Can you give a brief explanation on why Fate is 1A? Above the concepts of space and time. Do you think the typical real-life person would get tired of Akano's personality? Probably not. I think they'd probably enjoy having Akano around. I'm gonna head out. I mean, 20 is a lot to you, almost like to 3. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about, dude? Man got captured by 3 guards. Took enemies, or is Ichigo to... excuse me, Hub Chad took enemies Ichigo is going to use his sword for? Oh, shit. Oh, my God. And Chad also threw Ichigo on the ground. Holy shit, dog. He threw him on the ground. Prime is dope. That's a motherfucking Bionicle. All right, bro. I've been insulted for the last fucking time. I've been insulted for the last time. Frieza versus Megatron? Maybe. I might do like, well, hold on. Let me just show you. There's a video I'm uploading right now. Hold on a minute. Let me show that. Let me give you guys a sneak preview on tomorrow's video. Let me drop that sneak preview. You want that sneak? You want that sneak preview, bro? You want that sneaky, bro? Yeah, look at that. And you almost died to 3? Ah, it's cap. It's fucking cap, dude. I was holding back. Chad versus Mass versus Kensei. Old school Chad with the pink shirt is the best, no cap. True. We love our boy, dude. SMT versus Fate, what do you think? I think SMT is lame. I think SMT is lame, dude. I think SMT is lame. Sucks. But yeah, this video should be up tomorrow as long as... Dude, the Prime video literally took me 3 days to upload because I kept having to re-render it because YouTube was like, I'm not going to let you play this one scene. So, dude, I always know that I get comments being like, dude, like, oh, the little, like, the scaly thing hurts my eyes or something. And I'm like, dude, they just listen to it in the background, bro. Like, I was like, I just literally can't. I have to fight YouTube every time to get these damn videos on. How many inches do you think Chad is packing? 13. BG9 came back with a vengeance. Have Kenpachi as a special guest referee. If the Decepticons invaded Bleach's out of Yukon, they would be gone. Well, just wait for the video, man. Just wait for the video. Bodied by 2 zombies? Bro, I didn't even fight any zombies. Talking to Slasher? The Soul versus Spark argument could be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, let's just assume I even had to make that argument. Let's just assume. ZTL versus Bleach Hub, who wins? Probably ZTL. He's pretty strong. He has a lot of potential as well. He's pretty unstoppable. Have you ever researched for Seth? Not like technically, but we've talked about a couple of videos. Like we talked about the Aizen video, the Yuha video, the scaling video for the Gote 13, like when he was like putting them all in order. We talked about those. That's all I can talk about now. No further questions. Yeah, I'm talking to Slasher. You got sauced on by 1 guard while running? How many inches does Gilgamesh have? Trick question. He actually adjusts his cock size to further pleasure whoever he's with. Trick question. It changes. Does 1,000-Year Blood War Aizen solo Boruto? I don't fucking know. I don't read Boruto. Bro, Boruto could be like hyperversal for all I fucking know. Because I just don't give a shit. I don't fucking care about Boruto, dude. I'm not watching fucking Naruto's dad, the anime. Would you work for Seth? Like doing research for video? Like I get maybe, I guess. Like it's kind of like weird. Like it's just like, go read this series. And I'm like, all right, I'll fucking read this series then. Like, I guess. Did Seth ever want to make an Espada ranking like he did for the Akatsuki? I don't remember. Like, I'm sure it's something that'll happen, probably. I'm sure he'll get to a point where he's like, let me make this Boruto video, or this Espada video. But I don't know, I don't know if he will, because, like, doing an Espada video is, like, pretty lame, because it's, like, they're already ranked in terms of power. There's, like, a little bit of nuance to it, but it's, like, not very much. Are you familiar with Star Wars scaling? Not particularly, but I'm going to be watching all the movies and everything soon, in, like, Clone Wars. I obviously really like the series, but I don't really scale it very hard. Like, I know, like, bare minimum things about Star Wars scaling. Like, I could probably make a video on one, like, on a character. Like, I have that much knowledge, but it's not super in-depth, you know? Apparently, Boruto power scaling shits on Naruto Shippuden. You think, bro? It's the sequel series. Of course it shits on it. Each month?
People aren't ready for Zomari's ranking. They ain't ready for number 1. Yeah, I did that on people, and people just did not handle that very well. But that was really fucking funny. Aizen easy one-shots Boruto, everyone combined. Yeah, you tell him, Vegeta. You fucking tell him, bro. You let him know that Aizen one-shots all of Boruto combined. You fucking proclaim that shit. Have you seen Fate Strange Fake? I've read it. I haven't read the novelization, but I've read the manga for it, and it's pretty good. Urahara versus Kakashi? That's a fight. Hey, counterbalance? Bro, people actually talking in chat? Berrigan. Hey, pal. Dang, they're actually going to start making buddies in chat, dude. Zomari do be soloing his group, though? Look, no comment. I'm not trying to retread all that again. I'm not trying to retread those arguments again and make people mad. Which verse is stronger, Hunter x Hunter or Demon Slayer? I haven't seen either of those fucking series. So I don't fucking know. Kamen Rider versus Power Rangers? I would assume Kamen Rider would beat their ass, dude. I think, like, what is his name? Like, Dracon or whatever? He's, like, the strongest person there. But I was asking Stellar about that, funny enough. I was like, oh, do you think, like, Coda could beat, like Dracon? Or do you think, like, Decade could beat him? And apparently, no. Apparently, Decade just beats his fucking ass. Like, if we look up Decade, Kamen Rider, this guy, like, the Decade's whole thing is, like, is that, like, he, like, travels around the multiverse just, like, killing the other riders. And he's just, like, a... What is he? What is he, like, the Supreme King of the Multiverse or something? Like, the Emperor of Destruction or something? Bro, look at my... What did they do to Decade, bro? What have y'all done to him? What did y'all do to him? No, what happened to him? No, you can't, though. You can't stand like that when you're covered in cards, bro. Like, what the fuck did they do to him? Decade, what the fuck happened? This is a bit better. This is a little more like... This looks like they did a little bit better with it. But I was like, what the fuck did y'all... What did y'all do to my man over here? Just fucking stuck a lot of shit on him, dude. What y'all doing? Rips holes through dimensions with his raw power in the force. Oh my god, not ripping holes in dimensions. Whoa! Because that means something. That's what they did to him, then have him die to Omazeo. So they made him look ridiculous, and then they kicked him in the shin. Okay. Okay, bro. Emperor Palpatine versus Aizen would be fire. You can donate for that one, because that means I have to watch Star Wars, and that's a lot of shit to watch and read. So if you really think it's that fire, go ahead. Make that dono, buddy. Valkyrion versus Yuha is better thematically. Oh, that guy, the Old Republic dude. Probably. Is stronger than Demon Slayer? Who cares, bro? It's fucking Hunter x Hunter and Demon Slayer. Who gives a shit? Like, honestly. Do you believe the soy phone speed statement during FKT? Yeah, it's fine. She probably should be the fastest person in the Go Take 13. Doesn't change anything if she is the fastest. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, why does it fucking matter? It's consistent with, like, Brave Souls as well. Like, Brave Souls calls her the fastest person in the Go Take 13 as well. It just makes sense, too. It's just like, yeah, she can be the fastest. She can contend with Yoruichi, who can, like, blitz Byakuya while carrying an unconscious Ichigo. So, yeah, like, I guess it, yeah. I think there's a pretty blatant showing that she's pretty quick. So Baragon faster than Zomari low key? No, that doesn't mean anything. No. It's not what that means. Did you see BBS Yoruichi and Soifone Bankai forms? Dude, I haven't played Brave Souls in like 6 months. Last the shortest? Lol. RDC World won an anime channel? Look, what do they do? RDC World. These are the guys, right? No, they're more of like a skit channel, no? Like, isn't that kind of what they do? They're just like skits? They're like, how it be when we in the hood. how it be when I dunk, how we catch people in 4K. And then sometimes they do Anime House. Yeah, like they do Anime House there. Like, no, I'm pretty sure this is just a skit channel, bro. Can tear holes in dimensions by yelling. Oh my god, tearing holes in dimensions? There's no way! Because that still means something, apparently. You could be so fast and run into something fast enough to kill you, as Bossu once said in a video. That's enough streaming, been 100 minutes. Has it? It's been, oh, I was about to be like, no, it's been 8 minutes, bro. What are you talking about? It's been 8 minutes. God, look at that chat go, bro. Look at it exploding. To travel through dimensions? Dang, I didn't know that. Grimjow can tear holes through reality? That's insane, bro. That's crazy. It's fucking wild. The strongest anime you've seen? That's a good question. Because it would come down to something like probably Fate. Probably Fate's like the strongest one. I don't know why you'd say DBS. I don't know why you'd say that. I'm assuming Anos is about to get pretty OP as well, so maybe that'll take the cake for it. But it's probably Fate. The boys. Vader greater than Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks? What a weird debate to have. Be like, I'm gonna have this wizard fight this small child. How about a Fu from Dragon Ball Heroes? Man, I'm not watching Dragon Ball Heroes. Fuck that, dude. Seth can watch that. How about that? How about he goes and watch that? Probably Mao Gokuin. Yeah, probably. Like, Anos literally just every 5 seconds is like, by the way, I can reset time and go into your memories. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, does the Higurashi... I'm not watching Higurashi. What's your favorite villain in Bleach? Man, I don't really know. Because anytime I think about, like... Anytime I think about a villain in Bleach, I'm just like, man, they could have just gone so much harder. They could have been so much better. So I don't really know. Like, I like Yuha at times, but then he kind of annoys me. And then I like Aizen at times, but then sometimes he annoys me. So I'm just like, nah. I'm like, maybe it'd have to be like Grimjow, because Grimjow kind of just gets to do interesting things. I don't really consider Ginjo a villain. Ginjo's not really a villain. He's like a bad guy for like 3 chapters. And then even at the end of that, he's just like, maybe you and I aren't so different, you and I. And then he just turns into a good guy again. Like, it's just really fucking weird. Wouldn't a gag anime beat Fate? Fucking no, dude. The fuck? My man said he's like, bro, reality warping beats Fate? Crazy. Nah, bro. The fuck? Is it Ukiura? Nah. He tried to murder Ichigo? Yeah. And then they had this whole, like, back and forth of being like, maybe we're not so different, you and I. So that literally lasted like 3 chapters, which is exactly what I just fucking said. Saber Lion is a gag? That's also true. What do you say is better written, Obito or Ukiura? Oh, Obito is definitely written better than Ukiura. Fuck, Obito has a character, dude. Ukiura is a pile of cardboard. Let's hope Bleach doesn't pull a Boruto. I wouldn't hold my breath for it. Saint Seiya is just Bleach Volume 0. If you want a better Bleach, just read Saint Seiya. Oof. Yeah, but then you gotta learn Spanish. So, you know what I'm saying? Because most of Saint Seiya is in fucking Spanish for some goddamn reason. It's really popular in Brazil. Again, for some fuck all reason. Devin is the best villain. True. Devin is pretty powerful. Yuha omnipotent arguments. That's the most retarded thing I've heard in my entire life. This man was just like, what you think about omnipotent argument? It's just like, bro, those are the dumbest fucking things. They're so fucking stupid. Because then it's like people just don't understand what omnipotent even means. Like you literally can't have an omnipotent character in a series, right? Like it's just so stupid. It's so goddamn dumb. A simp pedo. I'm like, hey, y'all don't get my mans like that. Yeah, that's true. I agree. It's very annoying. It's like people being like, Goku bad dad. I'm like, no, I don't think you read the series, bro. You can like Ulquiorra more than Obito. That's definitely fine. I just think Obito's better written. But you can like things that are like blatantly worse. Like that's also fine. Like, it's whatever. Like I don't think Gilgamesh is the best written character in Fate, but he's my favorite character. So I guess that's an example. Anyway, I think we're gonna call it at that. I'll probably see you guys next week for that Yu-Gi-Oh video. We'll peep that out. We'll try to do more Bleach up streams every Saturday, though. We'll try to do that. So yeah, thank you guys for coming out. Stay tuned for that episode tomorrow, or the video, whatever the fuck I'm gonna drop. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.